hello, everyone. Hope you had a fun day. Let's go over our weird or fringe news feed of the day. And I have one word to say, and that is COVID. Oh my gosh, I was so busy today. COVID is out and about and making the rounds, at least in Arizona. And I feel a little under the weather right now myself. So I was loading up on the supplements last night because I did not want to be sick today. But I feel it kind of coming on. So I'm hoping if I can keep downing the supplements and all the good stuff, I can avoid it. So COVID making the round again, as it will every season, I'm sure. Okay, well, let's get to the weird news. This one is interesting as we follow this weird mothership or asteroid or whatever is coming near us that we should be able to have more information about by October. But there was a user on X, so it's not a verified source. It wasn't NASA or NOAA, but this came out yesterday that a magnetic anomaly was discovered in Indiana, allegedly captured by radar. There is a post on X, including a video link. This is an event described as unexplained phenomenon, and they're relating it to UFOs and UAPs. I could not get anything from corroboration from NASA, NOAA, or USGS, so I don't know what that is. But I think a lot more people are going to start posting on UAPs and UFOs because all this is going on. Yeah, weird news of the day. But I thought I would move into this real story, and this is a very weird weather anomaly. Have you heard of gorilla winds? Yeah, I have never heard of that before. Well, apparently massive hail and gorilla winds were affecting an area in North Dakota. This happened right now in August and was originally reported by a storm chaser and meteorologist. And so there was someone named Reed Timmer, who I guess was on the Discovery Channel's Storm Chasers. I never really watched that show, but they were confirming this event happened. Okay, so what is this? So Storm Chaser reported a severe weather event in North Dakota, describing it as a ferocious windbag with gorilla hail. So what is it? Gorilla winds, gorilla hail. What is this? I don't know. Apparently it knocked out power in the area. I think this was at the end of the first week of August, because that's where you're at right now is August. Reportedly, the storm produced wind-driven hail up to the size of a tennis ball. And so we're talking like, they said 2.5 inches in diameter. This was accompanied by intense winds. And apparently there's video footage of this somewhere. And the term gorilla hail is a colloquial reference to exceptionally large, destructive hailstones. Gosh, if you've ever been in a hailstorm that bad, you know how those really large hail can dent cars, take out windows. You do not want to get hit in the head with them. Very dangerous. And they're associated with those supercells or there's those really severe thunderstorms, right? Yeah. So the storm's intensity apparently caused significant disruption, including power outages, likely due to downed lines or infrastructure damage from the hail and winds. So apparently a small town in Burke County, North Dakota, is in a region prone to severe thunderstorms, especially during late summer. Okay. Well, so the phrase gorilla hail and the ferocious windbag, which this was called, this is a little bit bizarre. Hail of this size let's be honest, it's very rare, very dangerous, capable of really causing severe injury. And so you've got the combination of tennis ball size hail and these ferocious winds. Yeah, that's like an apocalyptic scene. Like you see that, you just run for shelter. I do think that fits that whole weird weather phenomenon we're seeing across the country now. Yeah, it's getting a little weird. And I know where I am in Arizona, we're starting the monsoon season, so it's very, very hot and it's not as dry. It's getting a little humid, so it just feels like extra hot here. But we see the clouds roll in, but we're not really getting anything yet. I think the other night, it finally rained in the middle of the night. There was some thunderstorm and lightning, but so far just one night of that. We really need the monsoons here. Well, I guess these winds in North Dakota, those wind speeds were exceeding 60 miles per hour. Yikes, that's pretty severe. So I don't know if you're in that part of the country. If you are, can you comment on that? Is this a normal occurrence? Do you usually see things like that? Because I feel like that's That's pretty wild. Okay. So let's move now, because we're speaking of news of the interesting, fringe, and weird. I should just keep it to fringe because, again, I'm trying to do stories that you won't see on mainstream news. I think it's just like a fun little experiment I'm doing here. So if you can hear my bracelets rattling, I have these. I don't know if I'm liking these black bracelets, but that's what I'm trying out. They might be too clicky, so if you hear that, I'm just apologize now. So we're checking on, did we have any new unusual people passing away? Oh no. Okay, I don't know if you guys know Judge Frank Caprio. He was that really beloved TV personality and social media star who was on the show Caught in Providence. Don't know if you know about that. Apparently he died today at the age of 88. They were talking about his death on TMZ today. And, Caprio gained widespread popularity because he was really empathetic to the people coming into his courtroom for minor offenses. And he was going viral on YouTube because he would give them a really light, slap on the hand. But the people really needed a break. Oh, I did see him a couple times, Judge Frank Caprio. Oh, I feel bad for that. So there's going to be a lot of people mourning his loss today. So, okay. And then you guys probably heard recently, if you know who Kelly Clarkson is, her ex-husband, Brandon Blackstock, died earlier this month. He did have cancer. He was only age 48. Yeah, but I don't think they were together at the time. Yeah. And again, what do they say? It goes in threes as far as celebrities because you had Ozzy Osbourne, Malcolm Jamal Warner. And then someone just said we had someone besides Lonnie Anderson. There was Bobby Sherman. And I should probably check on that because I did not know that until one of the people commented on the channel that they passed away. Let's just check really quick. Yeah. Any others? While it's checking that one. Oh, yeah, he did pass away this summer, June 24th, Bobby Sherman. So if you're a little on the younger side, you won't know who this is. He was really popular in the 60s and 70s. He was on the TV show Here Comes the Brides. He was 81 when he passed just this past June. He had stage 4 kidney cancer. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. He was in, he was in so many shows. He was in a Partridge Family spinoff called Getting Together, The Mod Squad. He was on The Love Boat, Frasier. So Bobby Sherman. Okay. I just feel like we're going to hear so many notable people that we grew up with in the 60s, 70s, and even the 80s that I just feel like we're hearing so many names recently. And, I'm just sad to hear about it, Okay, so any new news on this asteroid that the last one similar to it was called Oumuamua, so we're going to check on that right now. I think it was called, it's not Astra, wasn't it Astral? Let's check the right name real quick. I should have the keyboard down here. So we're just going to check in real time because I'm trying to get the latest news. Let's see. So it's 3I Atlas. That's what it's called. So again, everyone's saying it's the alien mothership. I'm very skeptical about that. But apparently, yes, it's expected to be closer to Mars in October. We may see it at its closest point to Earth by November. And this was, of course, discovered by the NASA-funded Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Alert System. NASA did confirm the 3-1 Atlas as an interstellar comet, approximately 12 miles wide. Yeah. 152,000 miles per hour is its speed. It's going to be about 130 million miles from Earth on October 30th, which is weird. A day before Halloween. Okay. Apparently, though, the good news is no risk of collision. It's weird, though, because So this mothership claim, it's very speculative, unverified. There's no credible scientific backing. However, Avi Loeb, who is a Harvard scientist, very respected in his field, he actually suggested that the Three-Eye Atlas could be a spaceship in disguise. And that's why this story is so interesting. However, NASA is not supporting this theory. But I watched a whole interview with Avi Loeb, and he's not some crackpot. He knows what he's talking about. I think he said it's a 40% chance that this could be some type of alien scout, alien, who knows, right? The same theory was made in 2017 about that other asteroid that was moving in a very unusual way, and it was called Oumuamua. And there was speculation being kind of like a probe in disguise, a spaceship in disguise, etc. And when you think about it, if you have an alien race that's trying to keep tabs on us or check us out, they're going to disguise themselves. You would think if they're smart, right? Like, hey, let's just look like an asteroid and just come flying in. But, we'll know if it's an asteroid or not. It's interesting because let's see, what did they say? A plane-sized asteroid passed Earth. Oh, how did I not know this? A plane-sized asteroid passed Earth on July 28th, 2025. That was just this summer. Rapid spin rate of 1.5 to 3 minutes per rotation, and it posed no threat to us. Well, okay, that's good. Isn't it wild how close they can come? I just, yeah, it's a little wild. Okay, so in 2024, the YR4 asteroid discovered in December 2024 was also given a small chance of hitting Earth or the moon, and projected for 2032. That one's going to come close. And its risk of hitting us is downgraded to 0. That's good news, but it's described as having a flat, disc-like shape. Okay, like what? Okay, we need to keep an eye on that. That just is, yeah. Okay, so again, the astral, I'll call it a comet because that's what NASA is saying, which has been hyped as an alien mothership due to its interstellar origin. So it came outside of our solar system. Did it come outside of the Milky Way? I don't know. I'll check that real quick. But that's why they're saying the flight and the trajectory is a little unusual because it's come from outside. Yeah. Okay. Anything new on that? Just checking through the latest posts on that. So, okay, let's check to see if it came outside the Milky Way. I am curious now. We want to also see if it's making a tail yet, because when it gets closer to the sun, it starts to put out gases. It creates a tail. It's a telltale sign of a comet. And is it? Okay, let's check the latest from NASA on that one. Okay. It says it's highly likely that Atlas originates from outside our solar system. Okay, so it's outside the solar system. That means it's an interstellar object, but there's no evidence yet that it comes from outside the Milky Way. So it could be from our own galaxy, but not our solar system. Okay. And right now, NASA is classifying it as an interstellar comet in a hyperbolic orbit. And it says it has an eccentricity greater than 1, indicating it is not gravitationally bound to our sun, suggesting it originated from another star system. I think that's where the hype comes is this an alien mothership? NASA and other sources confirm its interstellar nature based on its trajectory, which shows it entered our solar system from interstellar space at a speed of 152,000 miles per hour. That's why they're saying, is this an alien mothership? I mean, I'm telling you what, I cannot take any more drama. This better be a comet because Like I said, COVID's on the uptick again. And I've had a lot of patients tell me, like, oh my gosh, I was fine with the last couple times I had COVID, but this time I've lost my smell. This time I got to leave work. Like, this one's hitting some people hard. And I'm not being alarmist. Like, COVID's not going away. We're going to have to deal with this thing now all the time, which I'm not happy about, right? But FYI, it's making the rounds like it always does, but more so right now. And okay, so most interstellar objects are assumed to originate from star systems within the Milky Way. So, the Earth is in this huge galaxy, as you know, the Milky Way, and we have there's so many suns in the Milky Way with different little star systems. Like, we have Mars, Venus, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, all that. Like, that's our little solar system. And think of all the ones we have inside the Milky Way. Who knows? I don't know how many there are, but so most of these objects come from within our galaxy, the Milky Way, as the galaxy's dense stellar environment makes it far more likely for objects to be ejected from nearby stars or suns than to travel from another galaxy. Do you know that the Milky Way is about 100,000 light years across? It's weird because when you think of like, oh, it's our galaxy, the Milky Way, and then we have the Andromeda galaxy near us, and you just think, oh, we must be this cute little community. Our galaxy is huge, like huge. So yeah, could there be other life forms in our galaxy? Maybe, right? Yeah. So Oumuamua and the Borisov asteroids or comets were believed to come from stars within a few hundred light years from us. An extragalactic origin, like say if one came from the Andromeda galaxy, would require an object to travel millions of light years. So, for example, Andromeda is about 2.5 million light years away. So it's very statistically improbable and would demand extraordinary velocities or mechanisms not yet observed by our astronomers and NASA and scientists and whatnot. So it makes more sense that they're coming from within our own galaxy. Yeah, that makes sense. So astronomers have not pinpointed the exact star or sun origin for where 3-1 Atlas has come from. Yeah, and they still don't know where Oumuamua came from. They think it's either the Milky Way's Carina or Columba associations. Okay. So probably within the Milky Way, but outside our solar system is where the 3I Atlas is coming from. Okay. As of today, August 20th, there is no specific confirmation letting us know if 3I Atlas is producing a tail yet, which would confirm that it is a comet, unless it's disguising itself with some like really, really amazing exhaust to mimic a tail, right? So we're going to see if it's going to develop one soon. Comets typically develop a tail, right? When you get near the sun, the ice and whatnot, which is the mixture of water, carbon dioxide, and ammonia, start to kind of gas off and create this tail or, melt. So it's just a mix of this gas and dust, right? That form this glowing envelope or tail. And that's like the classic comet. But yeah, it hasn't done that yet. And so they're still watching it for that as of today. Okay. But I feel like if they had information, because, listen, they have access to what? The Hubble telescope. And then there's the facility that coincidentally is also called Atlas in Chile. I think if they found something out, would they let us know right away? I don't think that they would. I really don't. So get this comet, quote unquote comet, 3I Atlas, 12 miles wide. That's a small town. I mean, think about it, right? That's unusually large for a comet. It is. So if we start seeing a tail, that tail's going to be huge. It's going to be significant. Yeah. So, but, it might be ice poor. It might not have a lot of things on it to make a tail. We don't know yet. So we may not see a tail until late October or early November. So everyone's going to keep speculating on what this thing is yet. And I've had some people post on my channel that there's a lot of buzz right now because there's this, what is it called? Project Bluebeam, that they're trying to get like total government or a one world government to put us all like on the same team because, oh my gosh, we got to fight the aliens. That is a theory. And I hope that is not the case. Or is it, did I say Project Bluebeam? Yeah. I hope that's not the case because all the stuff about UFOs have been coming out lately. Are they just kind of like ramping us up? Because it is a little weird. You know, you don't usually hear this much buzz about crop circles and aliens and abductions and, oh my gosh, this mothership is coming towards us. Like, it's a little wild. And you're just like, what's the little public marketing, a PR for the government PR firm? Like, are they behind this? Like, what is going on? I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but I tell you what, after COVID, I question everything now. That's what COVID did to us, did it not? It did. Because now we know the truth behind COVID, that it was a manufactured, it's all come out. It's a manufactured virus that came out of the same lab where it originally got out, Wuhan, China. Yeah, that we all know that's the truth now. If you haven't heard that yet, that's the truth. So everybody was lying. I think we've all kind of woken up now too. Yeah. But anyway, okay, so far no new news about that quote-unquote comment. Comment below if you have any thoughts about that. This is an unusually long one. I didn't mean to make this that long, but there wasn't a lot of weird news today, I guess. Okay, hope everyone is doing well. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.